Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a castle that seriously looks like it was pulled right out of a fairy tale. But don't let those dreamy towers fool you. This place is a fortress, the ancestral home of emperors, and it's been at the very center of German history for 1,000 years. Let's get into it. So, let me ask you a question. What could German emperors and a show like Game of Thrones possibly have in common? It's a pretty wild question, right? Well, the answer is this spectacular castle. It's this amazing bridge between real life royalty and epic modern fantasy, and we're going to see exactly how. And get this. This isn't some forgotten ruin collecting dust somewhere. We're talking over 200,000 people make the trip out here every single year. That makes it one of Germany's most popular landmarks. And that tells you something, right? It's not just a historical site, it's a true icon. All right, let's start our virtual tour. And really, there's only one place to begin. Just staring up at this thing. I mean, look at it. Perched on top of a mountain in the Swabian Alps, it is literally the definition of a fairy tale fortress. Let's take a closer look. So, what makes this place so important? Well, at its core, this was the home base, the ancestral seat of the Hohenzollern dynasty. And listen, this wasn't just any old noble family. No, no. These were the guys who became the Kaisers, the emperors who shaped Prussia, unified Germany, and basically ran European politics for centuries. The story of this castle is the story of Germany. But here's the crazy thing. The castle that you're looking at today, it isn't the original, not even close. It's actually the third version to be built on this mountain. Its whole history is this epic cycle of construction, total destruction, and then rebirth over and over again for nearly 1,000 years. So let's break that down. It all started way back in the 11th century as just this rugged, tough-as-nails medieval fort. By the 16th century, boom, it becomes the official seat of the powerful Hohenzollern family, a real status symbol. But, and this is key, it was never just a fancy palace. When things got brutal during the 30 Years' War, this castle's role as a military fortress was all about survival. And you can literally see this complex history written all over its walls. It's this gorgeous blend of architectural styles. You've got the super elegant, orderly symmetry of the Renaissance, with its beautiful facades and carvings, but then bam, you get hit with the pure drama of the Baroque style, these massive sweeping arches and grand staircases that are just designed to make your jaw drop. It's that mix that gives the castle its totally unforgettable look. Okay, as magnificent as the outside is, you just wait till we get inside. The real treasures are in there. So come on, let's step through those huge gates and take a look at the opulence and artistry that surrounded one of Europe's most powerful families. First stop inside, the Great Hall. And whoa, this place is a total showstopper. Just try to picture it. You walk in, the ceilings are soaring way, way up there, and literally every single surface is covered in ornate decorations and incredible stone carvings. This wasn't just a room, this was a statement of pure power and prestige. Next up, we find a space that's a little more reflective, the chapel. It's a stunning piece of Renaissance design, but the real gems are on the walls. It's got these amazing frescoes and paintings from the 1500s. So it's not just a chapel, it's basically a gallery holding priceless, centuries-old art. And believe me, the art does not stop in the chapel. The entire castle is basically a museum, housing priceless works from some of the most famous artists in European history. I mean, we're talking about the heavy hitters here, like Albrecht Dürer and Lucas Cranach the Elder. But right alongside these incredible masterpieces, you'll find a massive collection of armor. And these suits, they're a pretty stark reminder of the castle's much more violent military past. Which actually brings us to our next point perfectly, because behind the fairy tale facade and all the priceless art, Hohenzollern was built for one main reason: defense. It's time to reveal the fortress. The scale of its defenses is just staggering. The complex has more than 20 towers and fortified walls, and none of that was for decoration. This was all designed to make Hohenzollern one of the most imposing, most defensible fortresses in all of Germany. But the coolest defenses are the ones you can't even see. There's a secret network of underground passageways dating all the way back to the Middle Ages that runs right beneath the castle. Can you just imagine the secret movements and dramatic escapes those tunnels have seen? And to top it all off, the castle was protected by a massive moat. And we're not talking about some muddy little dish. This thing was fed by the legendary river Danube, creating a seriously formidable barrier for any would-be attackers. So you put it all together, the towers, the secret passages, the moat, and its military significance is undeniable. It was a key fortress during the 30 Years' War, and later it served as a headquarters for Prussian troops. This castle absolutely earned its reputation as a nearly impenetrable stronghold. So that brings up a pretty big question, right? How does a medieval fortress and a royal palace survive in the 21st century? Well, in our final section, let's look at the castle's journey into the modern world and its incredible, enduring legacy. Its journey through time is just remarkable. It transformed from a defensive fortress to a royal home, then to a strategic military base, and finally into the global cultural icon it is today. Through every single era, this castle has adapted, and that's how it has survived. Now, it's really important to be precise here. The source material for this explainer notes that it's part of the larger Neuschwanstein Castle complex, which, and I'm quoting here, was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2005. So its historical and cultural importance is officially recognized on a global scale. So today, the castle is owned by the German federal government and operates as this magnificent museum, open to all of us, while undergoing constant, extensive restoration. And that brings us right back to our original question. Its dramatic, fairy tale appearance has given it a whole new life on screen, serving as a stunning filming location for shows like The Last Kingdom, and inspiring the look of epic fantasy worlds, like those in Game of Thrones. And that brings our tour to a close. We've seen its incredible art, its powerful defenses, and its royal halls. It just leaves you with one final thought. After 1,000 years of emperors, soldiers, and secrets, if these ancient walls could truly talk, what other stories do you think they would tell?